Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about your social media, your Facebook, and we're going to talk about adding people and how to build relationships with those people and how to message those people. So you're going to run out of your warm market. You have a warm market and a cold market. Your warm market is the people that you know, the people that you talk to, and you only know so many people. I'm sure some of you know more than others, but eventually you will run out of your warm market. You can't, talk every single person you know into being a distributor, and you can't talk every single person you know into being a customer yet. So you're going to need to start working on that cold market. How I work on a cold market is through social media and especially through Facebook. Instagram is great too, and I definitely want people to create Instagram if you don't have one and start using that, but Facebook is where I get 80 to 90% of my customers thus far. So start adding people. That's going to be the best thing that you can do. Start going to your little suggested friends that pop up and add them. I don't add guys to mine. It's just a preference. You totally can if you want. Guys buy our products, and some of our top earners are men. So guys, that's totally up to you. That's just, like I said, that's a personal preference. So I go and I look and see in my suggested friends if we have any mutual friends. And if we have one, then I add them. If we have one or just a couple and their mutual friends with me are other distributors that are on my team, then I don't add them, because they probably know that person, and the only reason they're popping up in my feed is because they know that person. So I try to be a little respectful and keep that for them. You can't avoid it. There's too many distributors now that you can't avoid adding people who have distributors as friends. But if they're like, my direct team especially, I definitely do not add them if there's only a few friends on there and that's them. So you also can add people if you want that you don't have any mutual friends with. Again, that's a total preference for you. I don't, just because when someone adds me, and I've always been this way, and we have no mutual friends at all, I think that they're just a creep trying to sell me something, trying to stalk me, trying to something. So I don't, but like I said, that's totally up to you. And then what you're going to do is just adding these people is not enough. You're posting and everything, and that's great, but you need to start building relationships with these people. You need to start commenting on their posts. Comment on every single post, every picture that pops up in your wall if you have to. If it's a picture of their kids, say, "Oh my goodness, I love her little tutu, where did you get it?" Or, "Your hair looks so great, who does your hair?" Or, "Oh my goodness, where did you get that color of lipstick? I've never been able to pull it off," something. I always try to comment with a question, because when you comment with a question, they're going to reply. Why? Because people like to feel important, and people like when you are commenting on their stuff. That's why people post things, is to get people to talk to them about it and like it and everything. So I always comment with a question. When you're commenting and liking all these people's statuses, you are going to pop up more in their news feeds. So the things that you post about the business are now going to show up more to them. And they're going to know who you are a little bit. I mean, maybe not directly, but they're going to kind of know who you are. Sometimes people will message me and say, "Why did you add me?" or "How do I know you if I comment on something?" or whatever. And I always just say, if I don't know them, I say, "Well, I saw that we had some mutual friends and your Facebook looked really interesting, and I just love building new relationships and making new connections." And I've never had anybody say, "Oh, well, delete me, that's weird," or "Oh, well, you're a stranger, I don't want you on my friends list." They're always like, "Oh, okay, thanks, nice to meet you." Or, I had one girl, I talked to her for an hour after that, and we talked about cooking and just all kinds of different things, and she was just some random suggestion that popped up on my Facebook, and now I'm building a relationship with her, and I've talked to her several times since about different things, and she might turn into a great distributor someday, and it's all going to be because I added her on Facebook and took an interest in what she was saying when she messaged me. So do that, start building relationships. Also, when you are commenting on people's Facebooks and liking their statuses. When we get into messaging them, which is the next step to adding, you can't just add and expect, to have success. You have to message people too. So when you start messaging, then you're going to already have relationships built up with these people, and you're not going to be that crazy rap girl who added them and sent them a message and said, hey, do you want to try this crazy rap thing, and then they block you. They're going to know that you asked them about their hair, or asked them about their kids, or, you can even say, if someone posts they're at a painting party or something, oh my gosh, that looks so much fun, I've always wanted to try that, where did you go to do that? And maybe they say, we went here, blah, 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 we're going again next month, if you want to come, we'll be there. And then you go. If you can go, then you go. And you bring a rap sister, or, you go by yourself if you have to, and you sit down and you build relationships with new people. That's what this business is. It's a business of relationships. And we have to create a new warm market for ourselves, and we have to work that cold market. So always be building relationships with people. When you message them, you keep it simple. You don't send them some big long, hi, I'm McCall, I'm an It Works distributor, and I'm making so much money, or I'm starting to, you don't do that. You talk to people that you know like that. You talk to people who you care about, who know who you are, about how you've started a journey or whatever. You don't just message some stranger and tell them your whole life story and try to get them to buy a product and think that they're not just going to block you, or they're not even going to read the whole message. You say, hey, have you tried that crazy rap thing? That's it. It's that simple. And people will ignore you. People will respond and say, hate it. But people will respond and say, no, I've never heard of it. What is it? Or they'll respond and say, yeah, I've heard of it. I've just never tried it. Okay, why not? What's keeping you from, trying it out? Well, I just don't have the money. Okay, well, I do free raps for people when they host a party and 4 people come and rap. So did you ever think about hosting a party? We can get you started with one. Or, someone says, no, I've never heard of it. What is it? It's a lotion-infused cloth that firms, tones, and tightens in 45 minutes. You put it on, you drink water, and the lotion does the work. That's it. That's all you say. It's that easy. It's that scripted. And they never say, how is it water weight after that. I've never had anybody say, is it water weight? Because you just told them that it wasn't. You just told them they're drinking water and that the lotion does the work. So they say, oh, well, that sounds kind of cool, does it really work? Yeah, it really does. Here's a before and after of me, of my rap results, and they're so amazing and they've changed my life. Or here is a picture of McCall on our team. She's one of my friends and she's had great results, and send them my results, or send them Iran's results, or send them whoever, send them a before and after. And just let the conversation flow. They're going to ask you questions, and when they ask you questions, you answer those questions. Don't say, if they say, how much is it? Don't say, well, you can explode on them and say, you can buy it for retail, but why would you buy it for retail? We also have a loyal customer, blah, blah, blah. Don't say that. Say, well, it's $99 for a full treatment. The full treatment is 4 wraps, and that's our retail price. Or you can do a 90-day challenge for me, or be a 90-day product tester, whichever one you want to use, and you're going to get 40% off, and you can get the whole box of 4 for $59. Period, at the end. And then just let the conversation flow from there. I personally don't offer them the $25 option when just talking to someone. I wait until they say they just can't afford it, or they don't want to commit, they wish there was a way to try, or when I'm out in public and I meet somebody, that's when I do the $25 option. I typically try to get people to do a full treatment, because some people don't receive results. 9 out of 10 people see results in their first wrap, but maybe they're that 1 out of 10 that don't. So I always try to get people set up with a full treatment right off the bat. So, just let the conversation flow. Keep it short. Keep it simple. Only answer what they say. And if you don't know the answer, then that's okay. Take 5 seconds, message me, comment on one of the team pages, get on your product coach. The product coach is so great. You can type in, wraps or water loss or whatever, and it'll bring up things that people ask and have really, really great answers in there for you. So You don't have to know everything. I don't know everything. You know, people who are super high up in the business don't know everything yet. You know, don't feel like you can't talk to somebody because you don't know what's in the thermal fit or you don't know how estrorhythm works yet. You can learn as you go, and that's the best way to learn, because if you try to cram all the information down, you're going to lose it anyway. So just keep it short, keep it sweet, and let the conversation flow. It's just, that's how you do it. And then you also have to follow up with people. When you talk to these people, they're going to ignore you. They're going to be really, really interested, really, really excited, tell you they're going to order tomorrow, and then they just stop replying. And that happens, and that's part of the business, that's part of the job. So you need to get with that follow-up spreadsheet that I have on the files, print it off, and start writing these people down. You're going to think that you're going to remember them. You're going to think, oh, she said she wants to order tomorrow. I'm going to remember that. Of course I'm going to remember. And then you don't. You do not remember. I have had to go back through my Facebook and find, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't message that girl back. She told me to message her tomorrow and I never did. So write these people down. Write your names down and follow up with them. I have a girl who just signed up as a loyal customer 2 days ago. And I messaged her my first week that I ever started this business. And I messaged her about these crazy wrap things, and she just really didn't seem very interested in it, which, you know, it's fine. She's just not interested right now. So I followed up with her again. You know, I followed up with her a month later. She still didn't really seem that interested. And then I noticed she was commenting and liking some of my photos. So I followed up with her again the third month and said, thanks for the love on my post, you know. She liked a picture of defining gel, so I said, I see you're interested in the defining gel. And she's like, yeah, I think I am. I just don't have the money right now, you know. And I'm like, okay, well, when do you think you're going to have the money? You know, when do you want to order? I'll save you a spot. And she said, well, maybe sometime next month. Well, next month came around, I messaged her, and, you know, no response, nothing. So then she liked another picture. I messaged her again, and she ordered a day later. So you have to follow up with people. People need to be reminded. People need to be talked to. People need to feel important, like you care. So always follow up with people. I have another girl who signed up the same week too, this week, and she had messaged me about losing weight after her little baby has been born, and she was talking to me. She was ready to order. Everything was great, and then she didn't message me the next day when she was supposed to order. Didn't hear from her. Messaged her, no response. And 2 weeks later, I messaged her again. Nothing. No response at all. And then finally, you know, I just decided I was going to message her again. So I did. And she said, hey, I've been meaning to get a hold of you. Maybe she was, maybe she wasn't, but for whatever reason, I messaged her. The time was right. She ordered, and she's a loyal customer. So you have to follow up with people. You think you're annoying them. Maybe you are, but at least they're remembering you. And when the time is right for them, you want to be who they talk to. When you're commenting and people are commenting back on your photos and stuff, don't get discouraged if they're not liking your posts about It Works, because I just went to a training with Amy, and she said, you know, that this is a very intimate thing. You know, your body is a very intimate, personal thing. So people don't necessarily want to know that they're going to message you, or want to know that they're wanting you to message them, or that they're liking your pictures, because they don't want people knowing that they don't feel confident or comfortable with themselves. They want people to think everything's perfect. So just because you get 100 likes on your picture of your kid and no likes on your, you know, It Works post, people are still seeing that. And if they weren't liking it a little bit, they'd unfollow you, or they'd unfriend you, or whatever. And they wouldn't be liking your posts of your kid because they'd be so annoyed with you, you'd be deleted. So don't get discouraged about that. I'll post lots of pictures that no one comments on and no one likes, but maybe they'll direct message me, or maybe, you know, when I direct message them, because I will, eventually they will say, yep, I remember when I saw that picture that you posted, or, you know, whatever. So always follow up with people, and don't get discouraged when they're not liking all of your posts. Make lifestyle posts and follow up with everyone who likes them. If you post a picture that says, you know, I'm out to dinner with my family because It Works paid for it, and they like it, message them. Say thanks for the love on my post. They'll say you're welcome. Say, have you ever thought about how this business could change your life? Or have you ever thought about making a little extra money or whatever? And because if they're liking your post, they're kind of interested. So always follow up with people who like your post. They don't have to comment, just a like. And also just message random people. Message random people all the time, because you're going to get maybe 1 out of every 20 that is interested. And that's fine, because that one person matters to your business, and maybe that one person could change your whole business. You never know. So always, always, always message people. And stay organized. Write names down. I'm serious. You think that you're going to remember these people, and you're really not. So post properly, post positively, add people, and build relationships with them, and follow up. And if you do that, then you're gonna go places. That's how you grow your business on social media. So get to like and get to add in, and I hope you guys have a great day.